Hi, I'm Dan from Ozgel.
And I'm Zach from the Ozgel Slop Raiders.
Zach's joining us today as the lead captain of the Slop Raiders, and he's going to be talking us through equipment and pouches that you can take to the Gelball field. Now, Zach is probably one of the most qualified people to talk to you about the gear you can take onto a Gelball field, mostly due to his profession. But Zach, why don't you give us a bit of an introduction of yourself, tell everyone where you come from and how you got into Gelball.
Yeah, so I started playing Gelball two and a half years ago. Started with an AK-12, everyone would remember those. Met Dan through finding his Facebook ads. And then shortly after we started to form a team with the other captain, Niall Clark, and who was the other one? Paulie and Merv. They joined us as well there. So from there we started the team. We didn't have a name for a little while. Then we came up with the Slop Raiders. And from there we moved from a sort of scenario type game into the speedball, which was far more enjoyable.
Cool. All right, so firstly, Zach's going to take us through some of the Milsim gear that you can take out to a game if you're into that sort of thing. So Zach, I'll leave this one with you.
So the main thing with Milsim is everyone thinks more pouches, more mags, all that. You don't really need it. With speed loaders, they hold, 1,500 rounds, and your mags hold 300-400 each. You only need 5 or 6 mags. So the demo's we've set up here, this is just a simple plate carrier. We've got 3 mags on it. I advise against having pouches here because they impede your running, and it also gets mighty uncomfortable when you're doing your briefs. To supplement that though, you can add yourself a little belt, fit some mags on there, dump pouch on the back. If you really want, you can have a holster for your pistol if you're running one of the nice Berettas, Deagle, whatever
So
else.
Zach, just the dump pouch there, well, what's that actually used for?
So you can use it for a multitude of things. You can use it to hold your speed loader, empty mags, full mags if you want to carry 20 mags. Drum mags fit straight into these big ones, easy. So if you're one of those players who like drum mags, you don't need your stick mags, you could put bigger pouches. You could have 3 or 4 dump pouches on there. You might drop some things, it happens, but it's all about using your real estate, not just abusing your real estate.
Cool. All right, now we know there are some other options there that you can use, a little bit lighter options that you can take out onto the field. So we'll start off with these, I guess. Can you talk us through what this is, Zach?
So this is the Ozgel Speed QB style belt that is being released very shortly. Nice gel padding, helps keep it on your waist. Quick release buckle, so you're not stuffing around with a normal threaded belt. Heaps of molly, you can fit heaps of mags, dump pouch, drink bottle, snack pouch. It's not just used for speedball though. These can be used to supplement your chest rig or your battle bra. If you're that so inclined, I muchly prefer the battle bra, a lot lighter, your back breathes, you can even fit a backpack on pretty easily. These, I believe you run 6 mags on just your belt.
Yeah.
So that's more than enough for a speedball game. And if you're playing Milsim, you can always just dump in your dump pouch. So you can fit your speed loader with extra gels, drink bottle if you want.
Remember, a lot of the skinnier players out there, they've always had issues with belts where they slip down, slip up. But on the reverse side of this, where the padding is, it's like real grippy padding. So if you're one of those skinnier guys, normally has issues with a belt like that where you
Like
need
me.
to use a H harness or whatever, you don't have to use your H harness. You can just use the belt by itself and it won't go anywhere.
Yep, it's all about speed. And with your battle bras, you tend to fit smaller pouches on them. So as you see, I've got a triple shingle there, 3 magazines. You always centralize that. You don't want it sitting off one side because then that's when you start not putting mags back in correctly, you'll lose them out in the bush. Snack pouches or like cell phone pouches, you could always use that little bit of extra spot on your rig so that you're not putting your phone in your pocket and losing it when you're crawling around in the bush.
And what is a battle bra? Like what actually
So
is
a
it?
battle bra is the polar opposite of a plate carrier. A plate carrier is designed to carry plates,
So,
like this bag girl here.
plate carrier?
Big, heavy, they look cool, don't get me wrong, but they just get really hot, especially in our summers. As recently we've been having 40-degree days, people have still been out playing in them. I would advise against that. We've had 2 members of our team go down with heat.
Yeah, one went to hospital, I think.
Yeah, it's not a nice thing. So these, as you can see, they're not too hard to put on. Just clip it up and it exposes your back. So you get that bit of ventilation. So that ventilation can help regulate your body temperature, and you've still got all your kit. So if you're right into the Milsim where you're running around with radios and all that sort of stuff, you can fit those here, run your antenna up under it, got clips for your gloves, all that sort of good stuff.
Right, and another option that we've got coming to Ozgel pretty soon, Zach's going to talk you through that. So it's another version of like a light chest rig.
Yep. So that chest rig I had there, that setup cost me about $150 upwards, and that's not even buying real pouches. Personally, I don't buy real AR-15, M4, AK pouches to do Gelball because you're not carrying that sort of weight around. You can get away with the cheaper pouches. Just be warned that some of them are pretty shoddy. But this here, we've tested this several times. I enjoy it. It is what is Dan is bringing out as our lighter battle bra. Preset, ready to go. You've got 4 mag pouches up here, so if you want to run more than 4, just buy yourself a Speed QB belt. You got your pistol pouches, and then you got your little admin pouches, even with your morale patches. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Same sort of deal. The back's open, but the thing is that something Dan has concocted for this is this guy. So he can go in your back, go through these threads. You can fill it with water, ice. You could even fit more gels in it if you really wanted to. Help keep you cool and help keep you hydrated during the long summer days.
All right, the next thing we're going to go through is how to use a sling. For this particular example, I believe we've got this is a 2-point spring, or?
This is the new Simer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we've grabbed one of the new Simers off the shelves, just to sort of show that bad girl off a bit as well. This is the full die-cast one. Very nice bit of kit. Even comes with your sling adapter, so you don't need to buy your fancy Magpul Picatinny rail ones. So, a lot of things I've seen in my experience is a lot of people running single point slings, like so. These are great. The only problem is if you're playing a Milsim game, you've only got that one control point. So as you're running with a bomb, a hostage, whatever, it's bouncing. You get mighty uncomfortable. It's only really good if you're transitioning from a rifle to a sidearm. And then that way, you've still retained your blaster while going to an alternate means. The way I personally like to run them is a 2-point variation. Try and get it undone. Which isn't it's arguable. People say single point's better, some people go double point's better. I'm a double point kind of guy. It's just a little bit tight. You able to hold that for us so I can get that on there? Yep, it's on.
Yeah, cool.
This way, you can still utilize your system from your chest if you have your sling set up correctly, but this one is set up for a single point, so it's a bit shorter. You able to undo that for us, mate?
Yep, sure.
Just loosen it. Yeah. And from here, you can still utilize your primary gel blaster, but then when it comes to time to transition, you can always just rotate it under you, go to your sidearm. I like these things. These things are good.
Little Beretta.
And then if you're doing a hostage game, you can run it like that, and then when you grab the hostage or the bomb or whatever else that requires 2 hands to use, you can run your strong arm through it behind your back. So then it just sits behind you. Not easy to get back out, but as long as you complete your objective, you'll win. As you would have noticed, I'm left-handed. So a lot of yous out there that are your righties, you'll have this probably set up opposite with the sling on the opposite side. But what it comes down to is you wanting to be comfortable with your kit. If you try the 2-point sling, don't like it, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I know plenty of people who run singles. I know plenty of people who run doubles. I know heaps of people that don't run a sling at all. The only problem is if you're doing a long briefing, like some fields like to do with their safety, you don't want to be sitting there holding something that's fairly heavy. So a sling's always a good option and it doesn't really get in the way.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Zach.
And that's all we have for you today, guys. Just remember, you can visit us online at www.ozgel.com.au or right here on Facebook /Ozgel, Instagram at OzgelAmmo, also on YouTube under Ozgel, and now on TikTok at Ozgel. All right, cheers.